All good?
All good, yes. Should I go live?
Sure.
So we are going live on YouTube and here in three, two, one.
All right. Welcome everyone. Here in our weekly HEXATalk industry refresher session. This week we have chosen
All
crypto
good?
compliance.
All good, yes. Should I go live?
Yes.
Sure.
Welcome everyone. This is Yogesh Pandit, CEO and founder of Hexanica. In this week of HEXATalk, the industry refresher, we are going to speak about crypto compliance as a focus topic. Since last couple of weeks, there have been more interest in the marketplace, more investments in the marketplace, and regulators also getting more and more involved in this topic. So, as we spoke last week, we have chosen specific articles that I'll be walking you through. And these articles, primarily, I'm going to bucket in the next 10 minutes or so in three areas. Number one is the overall uh, current compliance that is available and which is not possible. Second piece is around how the regulators overall globally are looking at it and the point of view shared by the regulators and perhaps also what is happening in this space. What are the new firms? Where are the investments going? And in spite of that, perhaps what are the gaps? All right. So with that, let's look at the first article that we have chosen is by the Julie Wood, who was the Assistant Secretary to Homeland Compliance, and talking about the overall crypto compliance and what are the issues. One of the most important aspects recently is the Global Financial Action Task Force has come up with new requirements globally in terms of the transfer of cryptocurrency, and there are institutions that can help with tracking within the system. But it appears that the know your customer or especially around anti-money laundering, there is still a huge gap, and rule is called the travel rule. And the rule suggests that if the customers initiate more than $1,000, uh, the additional reporting or KYC is required. And because of the way the crypto is set up, from point to point transfer, this is going to be an issue based on this article that I've read. Now, in terms of when the deadlines will be set up by specific countries, especially the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, and how the money transmitter licenses will be issued and enforcement will happen. This is still a big question mark. But clearly, the regulators all across the globe are getting more and more interested in that. Moving with the same sentiment around compliance, the UK regulators, in fact, are not even approving or creating a lot of hurdles or pointers for the crypto firms. The FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, has essentially issued a guidance. And what is interesting is almost 51 businesses had to withdraw their application because of the new guidance. And this is not new. If you look at other regulatory environments, including China and others, in fact, this enforcement have been much more severe than the US and European regulators as such. So the theme on compliance and enforcement is continuing. Now, having said that, there is some light at the end of the tunnel in terms of investments happening in various firms. Now, here, more important is to know the difference between what the regulators are asking and what these in firms essentially solve. These firms are helping institutions or regulators in some cases to do point to point. For example, once the transaction starts within the blockchain or within the crypto environment until it gets paid, the traceability is possible. Similarly to cipher phrase and few others, you will see that there are other firms which is TRM Labs, Chain Analysis, Block Trace, and others which are able to detect suspicious activity based on lot of transactions that are happening. Having said that, if you look at similar articles around the investments that are made in this space, uh, the point that even this particular founder of the compliance firm says it is up to the courts to actually force the uh, openness of both the points in terms of anti-money laundering or traceability. So there are some firms that are helping to understand the traceability of illicit funds that are moving across public blockchains. Having said that, when it comes to the endpoint anti-money laundering, KYC, or FinCEN requirements, there is still a big question mark. And that is yet to be solved in terms of how the regulators will look at it and how it will be solved at this point of time. Moving forward, if you come to the US particularly, there is a wider question, and that goes beyond FinCEN or other regulators across the globe. And here the question is about tax compliance. Now the threshold here is, I think, more than $10,000, and the reporting of the same is required from IRS standpoint. And IRS is getting more and more serious about this, especially the New York Fed and the director there recently did openly speak about crypto and view of compliance of New York Fed, and it seems to be more and more stringent. And I think regulators in the US are also going to not only look at the other issues that we spoke about earlier, but going to look at IRS and from US Treasury standpoint as well. So here, for example, US Treasury very openly talking about stricter cryptocurrency compliance with IRS, and the institutions who are dealing with the cryptocurrency will have to report to IRS for more than $10,000 of transactions. And it is not different. I think these all regulators are working cohesively, especially on this topic. And we do have a point of view on how this can be resolved, how this can be done. And given the time slot today, I think we will leave at just this overall guidance information for all of you to consume. Please reach out to us if you want to know more about Exanica's point of view. But in this briefing, I would like to say thank you for everyone for attending the session, and we look forward for connecting with you on the Hexa Talk next week. With that, if you have any particular topic that you want to hear, especially around artificial intelligence, data, compliance, or combination of all three, that is the focus area that we have. And we would love to have a conversation with you going forward. We will be inviting some special panelists. We'll be inviting some subject matter expert to speak about it in the upcoming session. But welcome to our second session, and I hope you are enjoying the HEXATalk. Have a great week ahead. Thank you.